Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Jane. So we have the starfish, the elephant, and the seahorses. So all the sessions are timeless. So whenever you find it, it's the right time for you. You can pick more than one card, and don't try to force anything or try to make anything fit. And with that, I'm just going to begin. Welcome in, Group 1. You've picked starfish, which is sensitivity. So I pulled out some tarot cards already, and let's just see what we have here for them, and then I'll begin the reading here. Oops. Okay. Wow. The Hierophant. Wow. Okay. And the Wheel. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So the starfish here, this is about, like, with the sensitivity, this is about having like heightened awareness. And with heightened awareness comes with having like a higher perspective. It's also about the 5 elements. So this tells me a whole lot about you. This tells me that you're really an adaptable type person. You can adapt to any environment. This tells me that you're very aware of your environment. You could resonate being like an empath or having some kind of developed senses. You could resonate also with like psychic, mediumship, seer type energy. This also, gives me this ancient soul type energy because of the, like a starfish. I think they're the only animal that can like lose a limb and regrow it, even though it could take years to regrow. So this tells me that this is something that's taken you maybe lifetimes. Yeah. Also, the starfish is like a reminder that you don't have to carry everything alone, and that you probably are the type of person that doesn't like to ask for help, because maybe in the past, anytime you've ever asked for help, you've been either rejected or that person just never came through for you. So maybe that's something that you might need to put a little focus on at this time. And the Hierophant, I mean, this is like a really spiritual type enlightened person. So you could be going through another awakening, or you could be like a spiritual leader or guide in some way. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, this is all about destiny and fate. And it's always like turning, right? The seasons are always turning. And you'll notice here, like, she's got the light and the dark, so she's like balancing everything. So I think that you could be like in a really balanced place in your life right now. But then we have like the Two of Swords here, and this is like where you're at like some kind of crossroad or some kind of stalemate, I guess. You might have to be making some kind of difficult choice at this time. And you'll notice she also is wearing a blindfold. So this blindfold kind of gives me like you might not see your path ahead, or you don't know what your path is going to be ahead. But because she's blindfolded, that tells me that you are running on your intuition. Even like you see these birds like kind of squawking and like yapping around her. This could actually be your guide. So you might be seeing crows or ravens. I noticed like there's this thing, I don't know if you can see this, but on her arm, she has, it almost reminds me of like how they used to weigh things. Like, it's not exactly a teeter-totter, but, just like constantly weighing your options. Yeah. And then the Ace of Pentacles, this is about like beginnings, new ideas, potential for success. You could be planting new seeds at this time, which, do take time to grow. Okay, so Spirit's kind of giving me, they want me to do some kind of activation for this reading here, because they had me bring out my, geez, I'm going blank. I don't know why I keep going blank. It's almost like I have this weird interference or something. Maybe that's something that you've been getting too, because I was fine right up until this reading. So I'm just going to clang my bell here, my bowl, my singing bowl, to clear out the stagnant space. So that might be something that you might need to do as well. So I'm going to do that. So be careful of your ears. 3, 2, 1. It helps remove negative energy. So yeah, these are like geometric geometry activation type cards here. So they're going to ask me to bring out a few of these here. So let's see here. Look at that. Octopus, or octomotion, actually. And the faces of Anchor. Oh my goodness. I don't know what this card is, but it's amazing that it came out with the starfish, because they also have like the tentacles. Okay, so this card here, the Faces of Anchor, this is where you go to find like a sacred place to do meditation, and perhaps even find somebody to do it with. You know, kind of brings me back to the starfish, where like maybe you have never asked for help. Maybe they're trying to get you to, you know, find a mentor or some kind of teacher, or do some kind of spiritual rituals or something here. It's on the bottom. The lesson. The lesson, number 46. Octomotion. I need to look up that and see what that one is, because I don't know what all these cards are. Sometimes I don't see these cards ever. Like, I could do a reading on all these decks and maybe not see some of these cards for a long time. Flow, flexibility. I should have known with the octopus. It's all about the flow. Okay. So with the stagnation, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to go with the flow. Okay. I don't know if you can see all these cards. All right. So I'm going to bring these down just a little bit, just to make sure that you can see them all. Okay. So what do you want them to know? So there's something about this lesson that they keep showing me on the bottom. See, the lesson is about wow. There's a lot to this lesson here. It's about the flower of life. It's about having your guides show you the way. Again, like with these birds here. So you could be receiving messages. I noticed this flower too. It kind of reminds me of the flower of life. So there's something really important about this flower of life. Maybe you're connected to it. Now with these type of cards, they see how it works. I don't know if you know this, but how it works is that when we're all born, we have like a blueprint, right? So that blueprint, when we're ready, will be activated by symbols, by geometric shapes, by sounds, by colors, art, different things, right? So we all choose different roadmaps back to our higher self, okay? So that's what they're using this reading for. So having these type symbols showing up, it's going to create some kind of activity in you, and I don't know what that is. It's going to turn on those blueprints, and now it might be this reading, and then maybe another reading, and then maybe you'll, like, I don't know, watch a movie and you'll see some kind of symbol, and then with all of those things it will activate, you know what I mean? So it could take like your body, like you might not feel the effects with this reading. I mean, though you could. What was I looking for? Oh, I need that book again because I don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Like you're being guided to look more into something here. Let me just quickly see what that is. Yeah, holographic information. Exactly, just like I was saying. Okay. Yeah, allow yourself to enter a state of heightened awareness. View this card as a portal or holographic crystal ball through which you may more clearly see all aspects of your situation. Ask for guidance from your teachers, God, and guides, and and be willing to look at your inquiry from a fresh perspective. Okay, so that's what they're this card here. So they're asking you to like look into that card and ask your guides and your teachers. Just like I figured that you have these guides here. So it says sit quietly as this information enters your awareness. Experience how it feels, like in your heart and your soul, and accept only what feels true to you as a lesson of universal wisdom. Okay. Look at that. And underneath, look, new beginnings. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new beginnings as well. You know, this is like the breath of life. Oh my goodness, this is like the breath of life. It's nurturing. Wow. I notice there's a lot of stars here too on this card. Okay. Didn't mean to distract you, but that's the card they want you to focus on. So I'm just going to set that aside now that, you know, hopefully you've done that. Okay. Move that aside because I think we're going to need that for some reason. Brr, I got the chills like you don't even know. Where do you want me to begin, Spirit? Okay. I'm going to have me pull one of these. Activate your healing power. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Number 37. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Goodness here. Okay, Spirit. What do their guides want them to know here? So I believe your guides are they're going to show you something, explain something. To see how these birds are really like doing a lot of chattering. Indigo, improve your vision. Improve your vision. Number 40. Look at that. You can see all this purple here. Okay. Improve your vision. This is your third eye. There's something in this that they want me to read, but just not right now. Okay. You want me to pull out this here. Okay. And these here. Trust in divine purpose. No joke. Ooh. Okay. We also have number 34 too. Number 34 is breaks down to a 7, which is a really spiritual number. So this experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on the path of growth. And maybe that's why you feel like you're stagnating or something, because certain things have to heal before you can move on. And one of these here. The lesson. You know, and it's funny too because with this card, the lesson, I've been, I kept getting the word lessons, 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 and I didn't know what it referred to, but I think it has to do with this reading today. Okay, it's cool. But whatever codes are in these cards, you know, too, starfish, they can pretty much move anywhere. They can move in any direction. So, and then we have the go with the flow here. I think you're somebody that normally does go with the flow, but so that's why I think you find it weird that you're like kind of in this stagnated thing. But whatever's going on in the stagnation, it's planting some kind of seeds. Okay, let's see here. Empathy and compassion. Okay, I think that's for yourself. Imagination, instinct. Yeah, okay. So I think you're letting your imagination maybe get away with you. So just keep trusting the instinct. There'll be a liberation. Yeah, that it'll, the completion. Yes, because I was just about to say, uh, when you go in these like stagnant, when you hit like a crossroads, it doesn't last for long. You know what I mean? And especially with the wheel. And then I see how there's these two round items on either side. You know, and then with number 10 showing up here, it also gives me that, that, you know, it's coming to some kind of completion. Okay. So we have completion coming up here. Okay. Now they wanted me to bring out, a crystal card here. So this is something maybe you can work with this type of crystal. Okay, so we have Sunstone, embrace your main character energy. Exactly. This is all Moldavite. Buckle up, Buttercup. No joke. Okay, this is like blowing me away because I keep getting the word Buttercup, and I'm going to do a reading actually after this. And I'm going to show you something here. Where is it? Like, look at this. Since January 2nd, I keep getting like, suck it up, Buttercup, and buckle up, Buttercup. And it's been repeating every day since this. I mean, this day I was getting like this like 4 times that day, but yesterday I was getting it all day today, and now it's starting again today. So, and oh, that actually says buckle up, Buttercup on that. Okay. Because you're so spiritually advanced, I believe that the sunstone. Okay, so this sunstone is to help put you in. I know it's the same colors too. It helps to put you into like your main character energy. That is where you don't allow other people to tell you who you are or make you believe things about yourself that you know not to be true. You know what I mean? So this is the energy that they want you to get yourself into or focus on, and which makes sense because of the lesson here card that they brought out. And then the Moldavite is a really precious, um, it's not really a crystal. I think it's more like a glass. And I think working with this or having that, like I wear this. I actually, my ring is Moldavite, and I have a necklace that's Moldavite. And Moldavite is, when you first get it, and if you like get jewelry or whatever, and you start to work with it, you can get like these weird dizzy spells and heightened emotions and stuff like that. So I'm going to see what's in the book about that for you, because what did I do with that book? Oh, they want me to bring out one of those cards, and I totally forgot. Moldavite. I think it's alphabetical order here. Moldavite. If it feels like you're suddenly being hit by lightning or abducted by aliens, try to trust that these freak occurrences might actually be a good thing, because the ultra transformation magic of Moldavite has fully got your back. This rock star of a gem formed when a meteorite crashed into the earth millions of years ago, bestowing it with an out of this world energy that helps us vibrate beyond what we think is possible within our planet's sphere. Its extraterrestrial power triggers transformation at a warp speed pace, breaking out of the familiar and leveling up in light years is the deal here. The universe, your universe, is chock full of pixie dust and limitless possibilities. So open your heart to the idea that you can live a life beyond your wildest imagination. Buckle up and say yes to the adventure. Wow. Okay. So they're recommending these two. These are your guides. They're recommending these two things here. Now, this indigo, I think it's because they want to improve your vision. They want to activate your pineal gland, is what I just heard. I just passed it here. Indigo helps with any illness affecting your head, eyes, ears, or nose. It also treats mental or emotional disorders, anxiety and depression. Use indigo for problems with insomnia and to release stress and tension. When visualized, indigo provides a sense of clarity and purpose. Visualize indigo rays to improve your vision and to make your dreams a reality. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay, yep. They want me to read this where it says vision here. So it says, focus on your eyes. Are they tired and heavy or light and relaxed? Imagine indigo light penetrating your eyes, finding any dark spots in your field of vision and dissipating them. Place your palms on your eyes and gently hold them there for a few minutes, allowing your eyes to relax completely. Visualize something in the future that you would like to create, then freeze it as if it was a beautiful painting. Now place it in an indigo bubble and allow it to float into the middle of the world, shining its energy from there. Say, Divine Intelligence, please allow what I have seen in my vision to manifest at the perfect time and in the perfect way. Holy cow, that's amazing. So they want me to bring out one of these cards here too. I know, I forgot. They wanted me to bring out one of these and read it like at the end, but I forgot to do that. They were kind of... All right, so let's see here. All right, Spirit. What do these guides want you to know here? You notice that they brought up the imagination card too, right? When they're telling you to use your imagination. Same with these lessons that they were showing here. Anchor into your energy. Holy, no joke. And then number 63, choose the healing option. Okay, this is the one they want though. So it says, anchor into your energy, number 42. Come home to yourself instead on focusing on others, tasks to be completed, or the external world. Stop riding every wave and drop anchor by doing an activity you love or spending quality self-care time alone. Center yourself to feel more powerful, calm, and confident. Your intuition will then stabilize. Okay. So I think that's what it is. I think you've been, like with this Two of Swords here, you've been feeling a little off. This one? Number 27. Wow, see all these like beams of light coming off of this flower? Wow, look at that one. Okay, let's see here. There's something in this one too they want you to know. Wow. Okay. 27. Truth behind the images. Just, this has all been about the images. It's all been about like the sacred geometry. It's been about these activations. Okay, so sometimes we believe what others tell us we are. And I was already talking about that. About how don't let people think, like, make you believe something, like with your main character energy here. Sometimes we believe what others tell us we are, as though the self we see reflected through their eyes is somehow more compelling than the one we know ourselves to be. Yet the accuracy of a reflection depends on the clarity of that which is doing the reflecting. And that is, I'm not going to bother reading the rest, because basically it's, talks about how like the moon can only shine as much as the sun is like on the angle for it to light up. So basically that's why they're saying turn your gaze inwards and seek a direct experience of your true nature. There you will find steady reassurance and peaceful strength. And that's why they have the Two of Swords out here, because though she's blindfolded, so she has no choice but to use her instincts. She has no choice but to use her intuition to guide. Okay, they wanted me to bring out one animal card for you too, so let me just grab that deck. I don't know what this card is for, but maybe you'll resonate with it. Okay, let's see here. And then I'll close the reading after this here. So, this card here's here. What is it? Okay. This might be maybe you can work with this animal, or it could be your power animal. Oh, that's what I just heard, your power animal. Okay. I would laugh if it was the raven. Okay, what's their power animal, guys? Let's see here. What's going on, Spirit? I picked the wrong deck. Wolf, be independent, but work together. Is this wrong deck? Oh, look at that. Wolf or the bear. Use power with wisdom. There you go. That's your power animal, is a bear or a wolf. Be independent, but work together. Because they did mention something about asking for help. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe find somebody that you can like find a place that you can meditate, set up some kind of temple. If you can't go to a place that has a temple, to a worshiping temple, I don't know why I said that, but you can create your own. Be independent, but work together. Exactly. Okay, so I hope this finds you well, and I hope it's been helpful to you. And yeah, okay. So I'm just going to close the reading and move on to group 2. Have a good day, everyone. Sending my love and light. Welcome in group 2. Okay, so you've chosen Elephant, which is compassion. And I already have some tarot cards set aside here. Okay, let's see. Wow, because elephants are all about family too. And you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about community and happiness. And you have the 4 of Cups. Ooh, the 9 of Cups. Wow. Wow, and the 10 of Cups. Wow. Oh, okay. So you have 10-10 here. The elephant's number 44. Okay, so this tells me that you're a very loving and understanding, and somebody has a lot of empathy. Um, okay, so I think for you, you could be somebody that is clairaudience. So if you don't know what that is, clairaudience is when you can hear spirit or your guides talking to you, like with your physical ears, right? So you could be hearing sounds or voices and not know where they're coming from. So this kind of gives me this, like maybe it's developing, or it could already be developed, but I have a feeling that it's going to be developing for you. So, because, elephants have like, these big ears, but they have like extraordinary hearing. Mm. And this is also an air element. You'd think it would be an earth element because an elephant is so big and grounded onto the earth, but it is actually an air element. So that tells me like you're able to hear things. This is all about like family. Elephants are all about like family generations too. Even, and where they're so physically large, it tells me that you have like this inner strength. Elephants are actually great, compassionate animals, but they're great teachers as well because they teach multiple generations all at once. And like a baby elephant stays with its mother for like, I think it's an elephant baby. It takes like 17 years before it's even considered an adult. So I mean, it grows more kind of like a human in a way. Like it takes all that time to teach it all the things that it needs to know. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the Ten of Pentacles here. And this is all about like building like generational wealth and community and spirituality. So you could be working on your spirit. You could have like your spiritual gifts start to activate for you because this symbol here is also about the tree of life. And in group one, they had me do an activation for that group. So I don't know if they're going to have me do that for this one. I just heard yes. Okay, so there's going to be some kind of activation in this group too. So we have the Four of Cups, which is something like, I think you're just like really bored. You're really, just tired of the same old thing. Maybe you've been missing some kind of opportunities, but this is all about like frustration and boredom. Like, see how like she's just like, oh my God, I can do another day of this. You know what I mean? But then like you have the Nine of Cups and you have like, this treasure chest and all these bowls here, or cups, I guess there are. But you can see how like rejuvenated that she is, like all this light. So this is like where the universe is like gifting you your desires. Now your desires could be, like an abundance, because has a lot of, looks like wealth here, and then you have the generational wealth card. And then you have the Ten of Cups, which is, again, it's about relationships, love, community, just kind of like the elephant is all about like the generations and family and love and compassion. So, wow. Okay. So they're asking me to bring out one of these cards to read to you at the end. And as I was saying this about the family and all that, my dog is making like weird noises, which is usually a confirmation that and dogs are actually family oriented pack animals too, right? Okay, spirits, what do you want here? Gonna be split it. Oh my God, look, that was on the bottom. This is the card you want. 26, which is, could be an 8. Which one is it that you want? Hold on, I'm not sure which one they want. Yeah, the one on the left, I was right. Okay. You just move this out of the way here. Okay. I'm going to set this aside here. Okay. Oh my. All right. So this deck here is actually a geometry activation deck. So like I was saying in group 1, how it works is we all are born with a blueprint. And in that blueprint, we choose different things to activate that blueprint. So it could be through symbols, it could be through colors, it could be through crystals, art, songs. It can come in many different ways for all of us. So, oh my goodness, look, and that came out in the group 1 as well. So I'll tell you what this card is in a moment here. Gratitude, no joke. Okay. And on the bottom, we fly together. Look at that. And you see that they're with fly together. Wow. It's under that. Oh my God. And this is about this card here is Andean Shaman number 22. This is about where spirit is calling you. Spirit's calling you in. And you see these wings on, this one has a wing and this one has a wing. Okay. This card here, I got to read what it says because I can never remember the exact words and it's important. But like I was telling the group of 1, this card, this word here, lesson, I kept getting the word lessons. And I was just like, okay. And I didn't really know what they mean, but now I understand what they were talking about. This is going to be some kind of lesson for you. Holographic information, just like I was talking about your blueprint, which I don't normally talk about. So it's saying here to look at this card here and allow yourself to enter a state of heightened awareness. View this card as a portal or holographic crystal ball through which you may more clearly see all aspects of your situation. Ask for guidance from your teachers and guides, and be willing to look at your inquiry from a fresh perspective. And that explains why they brought out we together we fly, because they're going to help you. You ask them and they're going to help you. And this is what they're calling you in. You're being called in to a higher spiritual ranking, I heard. So we have the gratitude. So have oh my God, and they even have the turtles here. There's a spiral and a sunset. Or is that a sunrise? I'm going to say that's a sunrise. Okay, so a sunrise might be really important for you. You might resonate with turtles, or look at the backs of turtles, because turtles carry geometric patterns as well. So turtles might be something that you resonate with. Turtles could be something that, like, under the backing of them, because they keep drawing my eye to the water. They keep drawing my eye to like the symbols on the cards. So I think that's what it is, that there's symbols on the backs of turtles. So I think if you focus on each of like different types of turtles, you're going to have your blueprint activated. So back to this card here. Sorry, I got off. So ask your teachers for help here, and be willing to a fresh perspective. Yep. So sit quietly as this information enters your awareness. Experience how it feels in your heart and soul. Accept only what feels true to you as a lesson of universal wisdom. Wow. So you're, and the birds too, that's like a higher perspective, right? Very interesting. You'll see there's a sunrise here in this card as well. And a dragonfly. Dragonflies are very spiritual and birthing. I think that's oh my God, that's why the Nine of Cups came out, because you're going to have this burst of light. Okay, it's not. Oh, there's something here that they want me to 38. Appreciation, thankfulness. Okay, so this is something they're saying that you can do to help on your sacred path. So living with gratitude is part of your sacred path. Appreciation of your own divine nature and that of everything around you will assist you in experience expanded awareness and appreciation for all that is. No joke. Okay. So I don't know what kind of flowers these are. I don't know if these are orchids or because I should. I think it tells me here in this book. So that you might really benefit from these flowers. What is this here? Hold on, my cat is bawling his head off. I gotta go get him. It's really cold out. So. Okay, sorry for the interruption, but no, it doesn't say anything about what kind of flowers those are. We'll just have to, I don't know if they're like daylily or I don't think they're orchids. So anyway, we're gonna move on. Okay, Spirit, what do you want here? Oh my goodness, cat names come in. Hold on a moment. Okay, sorry again for another interruption. The animals do have a lot to do with my reading, so I think you might be he's at it again. I don't know if you're getting a lot of distractions that's trying to pull you from this path. I think you're getting I think life is distracting you to a degree that it's pulling you from. There are I don't know how to put it. The Spirit, if you can help me with this. There's energies that don't want us to awaken. So that could be the case for you, because if you're at the beginning of your expansion, which I believe it is, because they're bringing out like the gratitude and the lessons card here, plus like, Spirit is inviting you in. Plus, I'm pretty sure here with the elephant, like they're trying to develop, like your clairaudience is developing. Yeah. Okay. So they're going to have it pull out one of these cards here. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life, number 18. Wouldn't be surprised if it's that one. Okay. All right. Guides, what do you want this group to know? These are your guides here that are bringing in this activation for you. All right. Because I'm not familiar with this energy that I'm in right now. It doesn't feel familiar to me at all. So pretty sure this is this is from your guides here. All right. Okay, Spirit, what is it that you want? Lavender, connect to body, mind, and soul. Number 44. Didn't we already have the number 44 that come up for you? Oh, the elephant's number 44. So you have 44 and 44. That might be enough. Yeah, and I noticed on the bottom too, they were talking about synchronicity. So that's something that you might have been noticing. You might have been noticing that, and I noticed that they have 1010 here. And then they have the 4 cups. So number four is about stability too. So lavender, the smell of lavender. Oh, I know why. Because the smell of lavender is actually a very spiritual type scent that you can use if you're having interference or whatever is going on. Okay, so this deck here. It's time to play. Yeah, see all this yellow, just like with that. Angels are of healing are with you. Yeah. A form of healing has to take place before any of your clairs can be activated, before your connection can be connected. You know what I mean? So a certain type of healing, a certain healing, whatever that may be for you, because we're all different, that has to take place. So you could be going through that right now. All right. Let's see here. Number 44 again. No joke. Look, open up to your spiritual gifts. No joke. Number 21. And I noticed earlier when I was bringing out cards here for you, the number 12 I kept seeing the number 12, and I was thinking, oh yeah, because that breaks down to a 3. And 3 is like, it can be body, mind, and soul. It could be mother, father, child. It could also be the Trinity. Well, the Trinity is body, mind, and soul, but it could be like Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? So I didn't really want to mention it because it's different for depending on the reading, right? So we have number 44. Wow. This is to you, your town and planet Earth on there. Priority, handle with care. Okay, so you will manifest what you need. And that's exactly what these cards all are. Wow, Spirit. Express gratitude, again, gratitude, as if your plans have already come to pass. Oh, my head is so tingly, you don't even know. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance you need. Just like in this card here, when it came up, together we fly. Wow. 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 And then open up to your spiritual gifts. So it says, remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. Just like I was saying, that you're expanding. Okay, I'm going to take this card. Look at number 10 again. Don't settle for less. You're a child of the divine and you deserve to have the dreams come true, and don't give up. See, this is the energy. They want you to give up. They want you to be bored. They want you to be like, oh, this is just boring. I don't want to do this anymore. Like nothing's really happening. But just because nothing is happening in your physical world yet doesn't mean nothing's happening. You know what I mean? Holy crap. Oh my God. This is amazing. Oh my God, it's tingling on my head. Okay. So, what is the next that you want? Okay. No, they want one of these here. Okay, they want one of these cards. Okay, one of these. Okay. That's amazing. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Look, Merkaba activation. Transcendence, ascension. You are rising up. Look, just like she is. Wow. And see how these cards come out underneath each other? Look. So we have the 44 and 44. And then you have 44 again, which is about your community. And these are all like the hidden guides and helpers that you don't see, because you know, like you have even in this flower, you have the tree of life symbol here, which is the cycle of life, right? Okay. And then here it's like open up to your spiritual gifts, because you know, like, yeah, I think you have some kind of energy that's trying to pull you and keep you out of this energy here. But here we have the Merkaba activation. Wow. And you can see the flower of life. Like you can see the same pattern in this if you can like zoom in on that or get a better, I don't know if that'll blur it out or not, but you can see the pattern in that. Wow. You see all this light shooting off it, just like her there. Wow. Whew. Okay. All right. There's something here that they want you to be able to work with. So we're going to, this is like a crystal deck. So let's see here. It's too many here. Okay. What is it that, this group here. Rose quartz, it's for the heart. Let your rose-colored heart lead the way. Labradorite, which is a lot of the colors that are in this too. Believe in your magic. Yeah, no joke. Okay. Okay, so let your rose-colored heart lead the way. Okay. They want me to read this lavender thing here. Let's see. Number 44. I think that's why they brought out the lavender, because lavender, you can use this to protect yourself, to clear your energy, and I think that's what's going on here. Lavender is a subtle color that sharpens your intuitive abilities, brings out leadership qualities, and strengthens the connection between your mind, body, and spirit. Lavender also helps boost your immune system and assists with the healing process. Connect to heaven and earth with lavender threads of light. So just like, with the elephant here, it's all about, like they're great teachers and like leadership, the strength. Okay. So to feel whole, you need to experience the connection between your mind, body, and soul. Imagine a lavender thread of light that links your body to your mind, to your soul. Oh, I think they have a misprint here because they have to your mind and your mind. So I think they meant for the lavender, so it links to your body, to your mind, and your soul. Observe how this lavender thread connects your feet to the energy of the earth and your mind to the higher realm. Wow. Just like they were showing, like with this card here, right? About how, like, connect, and then it's all about the heart space too, and they brought out the heart thing here. Okay. Focus on joy of being yourself, in touch with the heaven while on earth. Say, is what you say here with the lavender threads. Divine Spirit, strengthen my connection to my own divinity and allow me to see the divinity in others. Thank you. And that doesn't surprise me at all, because, the compassion, you have the empathy, you have the understanding, you have the love, because that's what the elephant card's all been about, right? Wowzers. Okay. Now, is there one of these? Well, we know your heart. So you can use the rose quartz, which will help with your heart center to keep you in that compassion, empathy, and viewing things in that way. The Merkaba also is, I get tingles everywhere. The Merkaba is the activation in for the soul star, you know what I mean? And then here, the Labradorite, they want me to, oh, look at that, it went right up to that, I didn't even realize. Okay, so believe in your magic. Few gems are believed to possess more mystical powers than the almighty Labradorite, a crystal with all the shimmering hues and awesome mystique of the aurora borealis itself. The regal crystal is here to awaken the wisdom of your deepest self and bring those spiritual depths to the surface. Oh my God, if you worked with this, if you got some Labradorite, wow, your things are really going to kick up a notch for you. And it'll get you out of this like boredom and like nothing seems to be working, whatever energy you got yourself stuck in here. Okay. Instead of letting your intellect or emotions make today's decisions, tap into your soul's inner knowing and see what your intuition has to say. Inexplicable magic is swirling around you, dancing through the sky like the northern lights and connecting you to your divine power, just like this card says. And then you can see all this light, like, oh, wow, this is really amazing here. Do you want any of these cards here? Doorways. Oh my God. This is going to bring, oh, it's going to be a doorway for you. And now I'm going to tell you too, because look at this. See? This labradorite is going to open up a doorway for you. You just need to listen. This is amazing. Okay, what do you want here? Okay, and they want me to read this card too. I can't remember the number of that one though. What is it? 26 or an 8. Wow. Okay, so let's bring out one of these. Whoa. Quiet your mind, number 20. And harmonize head and heart. No joke, another 26. 26 and 26. Wow. I'm telling you, you are seeing synchronized numbers. You must be seeing them because they're repeating 10, 10, they're repeating 12, number 21, repeating 44, number 26. Like you're seeing these repeated numbers. You can look them up and see what the guidance is on them. So let's start here with quiet your mind. There's a direct correlation between quieting your mind and maximizing your intuition. Create more space, open space between your thoughts and experience fewer thoughts in general. A mind not distracted by mental chatter will more easily recognize claircognance, insights, and intuitive guidance of all kinds. Make the mind a soft landing place for your soul. But I really do think, though, that they're trying to activate your audience as well, not just your claircognance. Okay, so harmonize head and heart. Your energetic heart contains the soul's memory and wisdom, so your heart should be part of your decision-making process. Your heart knows where your soul is going. Yet the rational mind or rational head maps out the heart's desire. When the pragmatic head and intuitive heart compromise, you lead a more soulful life. So that's what it is. Like you're doing a lot of manifestation, but not connecting. That's why they brought out the roads. Like you'll see how. I don't even know. You can't even. I can't even make this up. Number 26. This is like blowing me away, honestly. 26 here. Future human. No joke. No joke. Okay. Humanity is evolving. The future human is growing from the spiritual ground currently being tended by highly individualistic, creative soul types who live in harmony with a loving inner connection to their journey of healing and awakening. I think that's your spirit animal too. I think that could be your spirit animal. Okay. The founding spiritual fathers and mothers of the evolving human collective need a strong sense of self to engage actively with others without losing their own voice. Such souls need to remember to stay true to their work, recognizing that this doesn't have to separate them from others. Rather, it strengthens the clarity and helpfulness of what they can offer. Continue to develop yourself. In doing so, those around you benefit from your increasing spiritual maturity. Nurture your hopeful heart and continue to contribute positively toward what can be for future generations of humanity. No joke, because this is all been about generational, about the family generations. And then it ends with that. Whoa. You have no idea how tingly I am. My whole body is just like, whoa. Okay, Spirit, this has been like super beautiful, and I hope this has really helped you and is giving you some kind of guidance and a doorway of, towards your path to help you activate whatever you need to activate. And I'm going to send you all my love and light. And this has just been really a remarkable reading, and I really love this. So I'm just going to leave you with that. So sending you all my love. Have a good day, everyone. Bye. Welcome in group 3. Sorry, I'm just still reeling from the last reading here. So we have seahorses and love. And I already pulled out some cards here to go with to see what this is going to be. Okay, Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, nice. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Ooh, and the Lovers, look at that. Wow, so you get the Love and then the Lovers. Okay, so let's start with this here. So the seahorse here, this card is about, well, they're slow, right? And they're vulnerable. I don't mean slow mentally. I mean like slow as in energy. So they're vulnerable and they're also opportunistic. So whatever opportunity they see, like they don't miss opportunities. This is a lot like how we as humans approach love if you've been hurt a lot, because it takes a lot of patience and trust and being vulnerable and moving very slow so that you get to so that when love does approach you, this is just how you deal with romantic love. Like, you know what I mean? It takes time to get to know each other, and it's something that you don't want to ever rush. So having the patience, the trust, being vulnerable with somebody, it takes a lot of courage. Also, this could be like for a female, it could be for a male too, because you could be looking for somebody that you want to start a family with. So you want somebody that's going to nurture your children as well. So because like with the seahorses here, like when a female and male meet, they don't mate for life, but they do they twist their tails together and they kind of do like a dance and they kind of spend time together to get to know each other. And then the male actually holds all the eggs and nurtures those eggs until they're done gestating. So I think that's where like you're looking for somebody that wants to be nurturing. Now you could be looking for male or female, doesn't matter, because energy is energy. The only time like male or female is only because we're in a flesh body, right? So moving slow and looking for that mate is really something is really, I don't know why it's so necessary for you, but I guess it should be for everyone really. So when you're in the right energy, you will attract what is desired in that mate. You know what I mean? Like, so having patience and understanding and being able to compromise is really important for this here. So now we have the Six of Cups, which is, thinking about the past, about people from the past, about, your childhood, like it's all about nostalgia, right? It's, it gives me like, when I'm looking at this, it gives me like this, like heavy heart. And I don't know why. um, you could be somebody that is, sorry, I don't usually get emotional in readings, but for this one, that's weird. Okay, so let me just reground here for a moment. So I think this is something that, this is a lot about like nostalgia. So I think this is something that, um, you're really missing something from the past, but you can't recreate the past. You know what I mean? Like you have to let go of it. And that's what the Eight of Cups is, like letting go of the past, releasing it. So because it no longer serves you. And what happens when you don't release past energy, you get stuck and then you're not able to move forward. So you're not going to be able to bring in that love if you cannot let go of the past, because there won't be any room. You know what I mean? Like you have to release energy to bring in new energy. So until you release the old energy, You're not going to be able to bring in, and that's what brings us to the Page of Pentacles, because the Page of Pentacles is all about beginnings and manifesting new opportunities for career and love, right? It's also about good news. So this is something, once you're able to release this old stagnant energy, you will become, you know what I mean? Like you can, they have a fireball bowl here on the water. So, I believe what she has done is she has taken the time, she has like gone through like all these, stages of childhood or past love, and, has put it all down in a letter, and she has put it into this fire bowl, put it into the river or the pond, and just lit it and just released it. You know what I mean? And then she might even have done that under a moon. And then here, she's moving off into the sunset. You know what I mean? So this might be something kind of ritual that you can do to help you move past and move out of this stagnant energy. I mean, you don't have to forget this kind of love. This love will always stay with you, but you can't keep going back into it, because you keep going back, you can't move forward, right? You can't recreate what's already gone. Yesterday was yesterday. You can only look forward to a new day. So this is where the new beginning comes in here. And then you have another Page of Wands. So I mean, you're talking again about like having like this youthful spark that ignites into you. Like it's about finding newfound inspiration and trying new things, and like dreaming and creativity. And then like once you're able to do this, like once you go through these stages here, that's when you can find, because you can only find with what you resonate with. You know what I'm saying? So with the Lovers here, this is, I mean, obviously this is a romantic relationship, harmony, friendship, choosing to allow yourself to fall in love. I mean, it could just be a friendship, you know what I mean, and turn into something more. Okay. So they want me to pull one of these here to read to you at the end. Okay. I keep looking at this, and I keep thinking like this might not so much be about your childhood, but I think this could be more about that you were really hurt before. Like you've been, they're drawing my attention to my heart here. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but there's like this split here, like where the heart is like literally split in two halves. So I'm thinking that you have been like really hurt in love, and because of that, oh my goodness, want this one? They don't usually throw them out. I usually, this is a flower of life. There's something in this they want me to read the end here. Set this aside. What is this? Number 11. Number 11, it breaks down to a tooth. So, oh yeah, well, I just noticed these 6 of Cups, and number 6 is the Lovers. Okay, what is this one again? Oh yeah, 2. So 2 again is represents like a couple, you know what I mean? So let's see here. Okay. And let me pull up one of these here for you. You can use colors to work with on your healing. So there could be something here that will help you on your healing journey here. You're releasing. I don't think I've ever read that card before either. So let's see here. Yeah, notice where she has burned this and released it into the air. And then you have the Page of Wands, which is, wands are like the fire element, right? So I think that's really going to be an important thing for you to do to help release some of this stagnant energy that you're in. Just so that you're not bringing, especially if this person has really hurt you, because if you're staying in that kind of resonance, like that's who you're going to attract, and you're not going to want to attract that. You know what I mean? Okay, Spirit. Okay, what is this? Okay. Now, this is your guide bringing you this message here, so I don't know what your guide wants you to know here. So let's see. Developmental clarity. Okay. And this, and the air is all about, it's all about your thinking. It's, so developmental clarity about love. There's something here they want me to read in this card, but we're going to move on here. What's my needs? Okay, let's find out what your guide wants you to know here. Set this aside. I want this one first. Let's see what your guide wants you to know about this Six of Cups here. What is it here? Okay. Good Lord. Your loved ones are safe. You could have lost somebody here. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I am looking after them. Oh, that's why I keep getting so emotional. Don't settle for less. You are a child of divine, and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. So they don't want you to give up. Okay. Okay. So your loved ones, this is Archangel Michael's deck here. So I'm not sure what angel this is, but it says here, number 42, I just split the deck. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. Okay. So maybe this reading is something that you didn't expect. Okay. So there's a crystal here or a stone, I'm not really sure, that you can use to help. Let's see here. What can they use to help heal? No joke. This is about your dreams, and this is all about dreams too, this deck here. So they have trust your instincts and let your dreams talk to you. Oh my God, I believe that you're having dreams. I wonder if you're having dreams of this past love. Trust your instincts, though. Your dreams talk to you. Okay. So this is Celestite. Celestite is a very spiritual. It connects you to the higher realms. It's kind of gone a little heavy compared to the last reading. Okay, there's a card here. Yeah, there's attention. They want you to pay attention to something here. Let's see what you want them to know. Okay. Make a wish. No joke. They keep bringing up your dreams. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So before I do that, they want me to they keep drawing my attention to this deck here, the sun. Look at that. And she's walking towards the sun. Number 1, beginning. This is your beginning. This is where you need to start. You know, it's not easy letting go of people that are past, but you know what? If you can develop your and connect to celestial beings, you know, like how I do these readings exactly, you can connect with these loved ones. Like you can actually have full-on conversations with them. But you have to allow it. You have to allow. Look at that on the bottom, man holding a heart. Okay. I mean, you could be grieving. You could be grieving like a pet or a child or, you know, a spouse, family member of any kind, friend. Okay. Let's see. Let your dreams talk to you. There's something about this they want me to yeah, look, attachment. See how she's chained to this post here? That's what's happening. You're chained to the past. You know, we get number 5 again. You get here, 41 breaks down to a 5. And then the seahorse 2 is number 23, which also breaks down to a 5. What was this? Oh yeah, it was 2, yeah. Spirit. Well, carrying connections, another 5, another 14. And you see how like you have 41 and then you have 14. So that's what's happening is you're mirroring this energy back to yourself. And you see this caring connection comes right out underneath lovers. So whatever this past energy is, this has this attachment. It has you chained to the earthly thinking. But there is like a whole different spiritual aspect going on here that you cannot see. You know, and also they're showing me here this second chakra, and that's where all your feelings are. That's where all the emotions, that's where all the connection. Well, cornucopia, number 11 again. Yeah, you can, you don't have to forget the love of somebody that's passed, but it's okay to love again too. Is there anything else here? It's a journey. It certainly is. You might even be moving here, but Spirit is showing you the way here because you have all these signs. You have this like rope bridge, I guess, and with all your suitcases, you might feel like you're always walking on a tightrope. Actually, what came to me, I don't want to say because but I don't want to hold back the information because it's not my information to hold back. But and then you have number 2 yet again. So um, I was getting the impression that like you have this bridge and it's suspended here, and then you have the water beneath. And I don't really want to say any much more about that. So that is something that you have to make peace with. But they're saying here, like, not to give up on love, like not to give up on yourself. There is like a higher calling. There's a higher energy for you. Okay, they want me to read this here because they won't let me move forward. They keep drawing me back to this card, and they want me to read this one about developmental clarity. So Celestite, let's see here. So basically, I think with this is you've just want things to end, but there's so much more for you. Celestite here. Don't sleep on the power of sleeping. Our nightly snooze time is an awesome gift to our bodies and minds. We need this daily restoration process to rejuvenate, recharge, and to function properly. There's also spiritual wisdom to be gained during our slumberous travels. Look at that. The travels, look, the journey. And Celestite helps connect you to the mystical realms of your dreams. Our slumber visions are often super rich with symbolism and meaning. And when this card, this one, shows up, it means this may be especially true for you now. So pay attention to what your dreams have to say. If you really listen, your celestial reveries might blow open some doors and hint at the answers you seek. And that's why it says trust your instincts. So you could be actually having dreams and maybe you're dismissing them. Fourth chakra is your heart. Yeah, because your heart is the angels are with you though. Okay, so this color purple here, they just threw a card on the floor. Hold on, they want me to grab it. Ugh. They just flipped a card on the floor here. It says, the replacement of a negative feeling by a higher one accounts for the many miracles one can experience in the course of a life. Make a wish. There's something like really special coming in for you, but I don't think you can't see it because you're caught up in all this grief and you're stagnant, you're stuck. Okay, so this might help release some of it. As we surrender, here we go, life becomes more and more effortless. There is a constant increase in happiness and pleasure, which requires less and less from the outer world to be experienced. We stop looking out there for what we now experience as coming from within ourselves. Okay, so that does confirm that you just want things to be over. You just don't want to do it anymore or something to that effect. Okay, so Where are we? Number 39. Wow, this has been a bummer kind of reading, but you know, it's needed. I know. So purple helps with eyesight, hearing, and bringing back a sense of smell. Clears mental complexes, negativity. Look at that. So the negative feeling that you got going on here. So the negativity and inflammation, and aids with rheumatism, pain, and the healing of bones, creating connection between your mind, body, and soul. That's this. Purple also brings positivity and success. Use purple to clear your mind and let go of negativity. So light a purple colored candle and focus your attention on it. Become aware of any negative thoughts or feelings you are experiencing, saying each aloud as you burn the candle. Imagine the negativity. Oh my God. And they were just the burning. Oh, that's what they meant by burning. I was talking about a letter, but I think that's what they mean by this candle here. Okay. Saying aloud as you burn the candle, imagine the negativity being consumed by the flame of the candle. Then say the following statement: Divine intelligence, please delete this negative thought from my mind, my body, and energy field. Wow. Now focus on creating a positive state of mind. Stay positive. Say positive affirmations that can help you feel more inspired and peaceful in your life. Say, Divine Spirit, please install thoughts and feelings of clarity, peace, and gratitude. Keep practicing this exercise until your mind is purified of all negativity. And I'm going to tell you one other thing too. It doesn't say in this, but this is something I've learned along the way. But when you light a candle, when you're done, whatever exercise you're doing, don't blow it out with air. Snuff it out or let it burn all the way. Like you can buy little teeny skinny ones like that are like the size of my finger around. And you can just like burn that, or you can maybe buy like a tea light that's like maybe even lavender scented. It'd be a spiritual protection for you, and just let it burn all the way out and let it snuff out on its own, or get like a snuffer and snuff it out, or like wet your fingers or whatever. Do it in a safe way though, right? Okay, there's one more thing they want me to bring out, which they never had me use, and but they had it in my mind's eye while I was reading this card here for you. But these are like positive affirmations. It's a calendar from last year, actually, that, you know, like just pages from a calendar. So they want me to pull out one of these affirmations for you. Okay. You might resonate with the animal, that's because they all have animals on them. So let's see here. What do you want here? This is your guide coming in. This is your angel that's bringing this message to you. This is your guide. This isn't coming from mine. Mine's just allowing the transmission. Oh, this one here. Okay. Don't worry about the date. The date means nothing. So during breaks at work, I choose healthy stimulation. I speak positively with others and listen attentively. And then this one here is, oh, look at that, 13th and 14th. And I split these up so that the days are not connected. So yeah, see how he's just like hanging on here so he doesn't fall? I have a loving, happy, and fearless heart. These are the things that your guides want you to say, like, because this little guy, he's just hanging on here. So I think you feel like you're barely hanging on. Okay. All right. You might be seeing raccoons. If you are not seeing raccoons now, you probably will be. And I mean, you could see them in like real time. You could see them like digging in your garbage can, or you could see them like on a sign or on a card, or, you know, you could see them anywhere, right? But you'll notice that will start happening, and that'll be your confirmation. So number 11 for this one. Oh, they want this one here first. Let me bring out one of these here. boy. Let's see here. I'm not going to take that because I don't know if that's. They usually pull like these ones. They pull them out themselves. I don't want to interfere. Okay. What's the message you want this individual to know? Okay. Create sanctuary spaces. Number 31. Look at that, number 11. I pulled out number 11 right behind it. You could be seeing that number a lot too. Okay. Your sixth sense is operational in any space, yet certain spaces soothe your sensitive nervous system, expand your energy body, and enhance overall intuition. Tidy, aesthetically pleasing spaces with less physical stimuli, like soft sounds, fabrics, and lighting, create sanctuary. Incorporate nature elements like flowers, crystals, sunlight, or nature sounds, or natural incense for extra good vibrations. So that's why, okay, because they were showing me this deck of cards that I have here. Hold on, I'm going to grab this because there's something here they want you to know. Let's see here. This is a message from Spirits of Nature. They were showing me this deck. There's something in this that they want you to know. I think they're going to want me to read something here because I don't know all these cards. You know, on the bottom is air too. It's like I was telling you about when that letter, like burning all that stuff. But they recommend that purple candle for you. You know, this stuff really does help. So, you know, really take this as your guides leading you. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, Spirit, you want to pull this out or do you want me to cut it? What do you want here? Okay. Nourishment, number 31. Look at that. So you have number 31 here and number 31 here. And then, wow. Okay. So nourishment. Oops. I'll get that later. Okay. Number 31. You know, just like I guess with you would have like with a garden, like you have to nourish your soul. You have to nourish your mind with positivity. You cannot, well, I mean, you can allow yourself to be in a negative space. You can allow the negativity of the world to creep in. But, you know, I think maybe, you know, I was just actually being shown somebody that's doing a lot of scrolling on their phone and they're just seeing all the shit that's going on in the world, but you know, you cannot focus on that because that's just going to bring down your energy levels. So maybe that's why they're saying like when you're at work, instead of you know, like talking about like what's going on in the world, like go read some like affirmations or some positive, because there's a lot, you know, I know there's a lot of bad things going on, but there's a lot of really good things going on in the world too. And you can find them. I mean, there's people that are saving animals. There's people that are, you know, saving people from all kinds of different things, you know, like countries are being liberated. Like, you know, a lot of really beautiful things are happening. You just need to put your focus on those, and anything negative, just swipe it away. Don't even allow it into your aura, basically, right? So the message here is, are you nourishing yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Do you do an assessment of what this means, starting with the physical. For the next several days, when you eat, put down the phone, turn off your computer. That's what I just said, right? And put aside any distractions. Focus your attention not only on the food you ingest, but also on the act of eating and how it feels in your body. Be extra attentive to the type and quality of the food you eat. That has a lot to do with it. So increase your emotional nourishment by seeking the support of your closer friends. Make it a priority to spend time with them. Conversely, another challenge for you right now may be the need to cut ties with those in your life who deplete your energy. So the negative people around you, right? You've been feeling the lack of spiritual nourishment as well as affects all areas of your life. Initiate a daily spiritual practice, whether it's prayer, meditation, shamanic journey, or walking through the forest. In doing so, let yourself be fully present and aware of your connection and relationship to your higher self. Just like that card came out about the journey. It's a journey to do this. You know what I mean? It's not something that's just going to happen like that. It's a journey that you need to take. Number 11. I keep having to look at that. I don't know why. Okay. Number 11. Let's see what this says here. Trust the twists. Yeah, life has a lot of twists and turns, doesn't it? Okay, to the logical mind, here we're talking about that mental clarity again. No joke. To the logical mind, the next step toward success is usually obvious. It's not always easy. Yet, how often does life follow with opinions on how and when things should happen? The universe sees things from a greater perspective, which enables awareness of possible obstacles, as well as ways to avoid them. It ensures the inevitable success of the soul's higher purpose. Sometimes the apparent logical path could derail our purpose rather than support it. The universe is not interested in any means to an end. The journey itself is part of the spiritual process and is designed to distill the beauty of the soul, gifting it with all that it needs. Just like I was saying about the journey card here. Wow. Where are we here? Okay. When something enters your field from left of center, you can be sure that the greater wisdom of the universe is at play. If need be, let things fall apart so that they can be reassembled by a loving divine hand. Oh my God, Spirit. So if you have lost a loved one, I mean, it was because their time here, their soul has fulfilled whatever their purpose was here. And I know that might be really hard to hear, but that's really how the universe works. And is there anything else, dear God? They said, no, this is all for now. So, you might want to really take some of the advice that they've brought here, because these guides come here, like they said here, that your loved ones are safe and you can let go of your fear and worry about that, and that, they're being looked after. Okay. And, so this is coming from Archangel Michael, because this is his sword here. And though I know this is a female angel, but this is a helper to him. So, your loved ones are with I'm going to tell you something too that, most people don't realize, but when souls, I mean, if you've ever watched any of those shows where, people have died and then came back, they were angry that they came back to Earth. They were angry that they couldn't stay in that wonderful, beautiful energy of spirit. So, um, so if you're really heartbroken that you think that your loved one is like suffering in any way, I'm going to tell you now that that's not the case. They are not suffering in any way, and that they are safe and they're being taken care of and they're waiting for you. And this could even be your loved one bringing you this message. For all I know, they're assisting. I just heard they are assisting. They were assisting because only your loved one would know about your journey. That, oh, look, I just split it. Oh, I just split the deck again and it came out on journey. Only your loved one would know your deep down thoughts of whatever you have going on in your mind, what you want to do here. So, this is a new journey for you. You know what I mean? Like, don't hold the light away from yourself. Like, don't blame God. Don't blame the world, because your loved one has filled their purpose here on earth. And now they had to move on, just like we all do. It's the cycle of life, right? So that's your reading today. So I hope this does find you well. And I hope that you do take some of this information here. And, like this, especially with this purple candle here, this can really be life changing for you. And I hope this video finds you well. And I'm going to send you all my love and all my light, because I know how heavy your heart is right now. I can feel that. And it's really bumming me out, to be completely honest with you. But, just trust your instincts. Put some of that love back into yourself, because your loved ones are with you. They're guiding you. They're trying to help you. They want you to start a new beginning here and plant new seeds. Instead of like these old negative seeds, they want you to plant these new positive seeds, which will help you on your journey for you to feel your purpose on this earth. And, because one day somebody's going to be grieving your existence. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm going to send you all my love and light, and I hope this finds you well. And I really hope that this has been helpful to you, because, we all need a helping hand. And this is my job, I guess, to help you out. So, I guess that's it. So, bye, everyone.